Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
Well, wonderful people. Guess who's done with their German lesson? What have I missed, folks? We're 18 minutes into game one. Who won the side select? I'll say hello briefly before I come back on, because there's a fight happening. Looks like LGD in a bit of a fight here with OMG in the bot side as Harry is going to go down. And there is indeed now a bit of a cast for at least half of this game. And they get a couple back. Turns out Nayo on this Nefiri still... Game one had, by the looks of it, been a bit of a snooze fest. DNF got Nefiri and Gwen in the first game versus HLE2 and they got stomped. That's hilarious. Sometimes it doesn't matter. Still going to be the... I need to get the... Oh no, I can't do that. I'm going to do the full screeny thing over here. It just keeps pinging. Oh my god, everyone's pinging all the time. Get rid of the text. There is a cast now. Welcome back. As the violence commences, Linfeng looking for a fight will find nothing as Nayo continues to hop around, has another reset available. The needlework is flying on through and Harry nearly at the mega wants to get there, can't quite do it. Hung will at least bring down that Nefiri and wait, the curtains being called can make this very messy indeed. Linfeng finding huge value. How is this Aurora at 6-1 suddenly? Got a Shadow Flame to whip his shower, you're not quite dead to the Starry free in the mid lane, and suddenly despite this draft, despite the 6-kill Nefiri, Linfeng is in a very scary position on this Aurora, and Aurora has a lot of skills that will go straight down a load of captive audiences under where those deaths were and got a lot of value out. Problem is now this mid lane shove's going to happen, and suddenly mid lane turret is traded out. Gwen also left on that top side for Sassy, who's getting into a very scary spot. I need to close the door before I annoy my neighbors, so back in a second. There's a fight occurred. Give me a second, guys. I need to do some life things, and Heng is dying. Crescent Guard times out. And now Sassy with a TP in and a needlework is going to do a lot of work over to Moam, who's in a dangerous position. Gets out. The Fury is so balanced. I think that's a lie. Dark World. Pen ahead of Kurt. We're in the process of cooking. Oh, Mecha, what you making? What you making, Mecha? What do we have IRL friends? Look at Miss Fancy Pants. Woo! I know. There we go. There's another big old kill onto Moam. Doing good work. It's YCX now haunting with the rest of the team. Looking for an angle in. Won't quite find it. Turns this around. As we come on over. We have now resolved that issue. Hello, Onivia. Unfortunately, we weren't quite live over there for some reason, which is a bit of annoying. Figured that one out. There's members to be found out there. We're going to a lot of damage to the back end of this. Moam hooked up, goes down. Nowhere for this rel to go. It's a rough time for Moam on what should have been his most famous champion, really. Enjoy a little trip up, Hiromu. Always good to see you. Over we go to the Baron Pit. Knock-up happens. Onto Heng, who does just get deleted in a second or two. Ezreal does the work with the Nautilus for YCX. Room Prison. Onto Harry, who's now in danger as well. XQW looking to continue hunting with Sassy. They do get the wallop. The dredge line goes wide, but I don't think this Gnar can really do anything, despite a few skill shots going wide because of how damn strong LGD are at this point. 11-2 is Nefiri. Holy moly. What did I learn today in my German lesson? Starting to learn some accusative case stuff. So when you're talking about objects, so all of those conjugations as Xiaoye flashes over the wall, is out of mana here. Starry flashes on him, will now possibly trade his life for it. The crash down just shy, trying to kill off the Jhin, who's running away really fast, does get that reset, looks to go back in, gets the shield with the reset of the Hound's Pursuit, but Linfa goes over the wall. Nayo taking a lot of damage, trying to heal with the Darkin Daggers, can't quite do it. Needs to begin running away as YCX in danger himself now. Healing off the Gromp from passively at the back end of it all. They'll lose the Nautilus. Nayo still wants to play this. In comes the Realm Walk. They want to play this 2v3. Moam doesn't quite get the Shattering Strike they were hoping for. There's the call of the pack to get some more healing. And Moam at the level 10 has nothing to work. We will bleed out in a moment. Another kill to Nayo. You see how the other drafts go because top picks look kind of crazy here. Yeah, it's very different. Sassy got run down there, actually. That's potentially quite big. Now Linfong looking to reset, goes across the veil, finding an angle. Nayo will immune some of it with the call of the pack, but it's a good ult. The Between Worlds doing damage. Nayo now in danger, needs to hop away. Taken very low, burned up because the Death's Dance is enough work to make sure he does die in the long run. And OMG have held on. They can get a lot of value here. In fact, they're going to pretty much ace the squad. Can they get anyone else? Missing the shot. YCX in danger. Gets hit. It's Xiaoye alone that survives. How on earth did OMG? Down to 4k HP. He can actually come and smite this. Whip becomes lightning. Into the attempted steal. Won't quite happen. He got into the pit, but will now likely die. XQW flashing on forwards to try and get some spell fluxes and overloads. You've lost the Nautilus, but Moam flashing away. Between Worlds. Linfong looking for an angle. Can't quite do it, but the curtains are called. No one's able to threaten very well. Nayo looking for an angle. Sends the dogs forward. Hops away. Oh my days. The weirding. Popped two. Now Harry in danger, goes into that untargetable state with the W, but with the Death Stance ticking, we'll need to find something to heal off. Baron secured. You asked 2 for it, and the Ocean Dragon's up. How on earth are we at this point? And I'll tell you what, it's because the Jin's at full build. Because this Aurora's at full build. They hit like trucks. Try and come and play this. Into the pit we go. Harry's very low. Gonna try and take this one out regardless. Into the pit is Nayu. Could look to steal. Would be Ocean Soul if he can get in and secure this. Can't quite find the value he was looking for. The rest of the Dame is still dead. And Sassy's TP leads to nothing. Starry got a GA. Gets the root. On to one more. Wind becomes lightning. Xiaoye will heal. Tries to get away, but he's caught between worlds. Immediately dies. Linfong looking for a twofold hex of his own. Let's see how deep this rabbit in mid lane can go with the spells. Don't know why I'm suddenly turning Bane on that one, but there we go. Massive. We can just show you hop forwards. He's got a GA, but doesn't quite have it popping. Gets by the wind by lightning, goes over the wall, the audacious charge, and actually manages to buffer the True Shot Barrage while dead in the GA. Still knocked him. He's going in! They'll kill off the Aurora finally. But Xiaoye is dead for it. Everyone else having a bad time, but Nayo is now scary. They're turning around with the curtain call. Harry on a flank, trying to keep people pinned in place. Trying to find some shots. The Observer observes the death of Nautilus. Made the curtain call look a little bit more ugly than it was. And it ends up being a 2-for-1. The stacks are gone on Linfong. And Xiaoye may have paid with the price of his body, but he may have done the work. TPing back in. Looking to get some damage. They go on forwards. Moam desperately low. Will not quite be killed. Now you're looking for an angle. Terry here at full HP does have nowhere near the Mega Gnar right now. XQW split off from his team a little bit. Flashing on forward, 4-shot comes on in, lands the Rune Prism. XQW's just dead. That's Ocean Soul surely for OMG. Into the back of the pit they go. They want to control Wood. They will not know that they're there. Hang, gonna find them now. Looking to step forwards, gets the knock into the wall. Trying to get damage down onto Sassy. Into the back they go with the Hound's Pursuit. Hang desperately low. Gets the Crescent Guard down. Sassy is dead. Nayo will not secure the dragon, though it was a valiant effort in OMG. But he buys a full Sterax to try and get value. Virtue of its silliness. This is a deeply unserious game, folks. Sit back and enjoy the chaos. The LEC song. Where's Vedi and Dracos? Give me chaos. I'm giving it to you right here. Sassy has gone really deep and will just die. Oh no, the curtains are being called. Please let the curtains call. Please let this be the end of the game. Make it stop. Make it stop. They get another one. They got Baron, right? They do. They've killed another 3 people. I believe you can end the game now, OMG. Inhibitor goes down. Nayo trying a best. This 14 kill Neferi has done everything they can. LGD may be the worst team in the league. Might be them or LNG. They have been really suffering. But there's even then moments for this team. This game should have been theirs. It is not. OMG, hold on. They catch the throw. They catch the failed end. A couple Ocean Dragons, a couple bad fights in a row, and Xiaoya's inexplicable. Nico kind of took a roll a little bit. And honestly, Nico is a much better team fighter because you got a big AoE ult in a way that at least Just doesn't. So this is going to be very interesting. Your tower dive is fantastic. Between Poppy, Linfong with the ult, going to get shuffled into Nayo's Q. I'm going to try and trade this one back on XQW, but he's still in a 1v2. A lot of CC coming on through, will not surely die here, but a decent amount of damage back. Hen can't quite get in range. Getting a lot of those soldiers down. Must get that last buckler. Can't do it. Oh no. Game 1, very, very hard. Good start again this one. That's a decent cocoon though. YCX in danger. Overcomes Hen, gets the buckler, tries to get in range to charge. Caitlyn gets one back. Moam's in danger too. Can Xiaoya look for a flash and an auto? Big Chunk tries to get the pilt over Peacemaker and makes it a double. Sure, they kill off the Nico, but the all-in. Alright, bot side, in we go. Nayo finds the public execution combo with Sassy. Ult plus ult equals a dead Corki. Again, not here. Smite not up for Hang. Nayo could potentially look to go forward. Xiaoya gets knocked up by the Scion. Flash on forwards, can't quite get the combo. At least up into the air, knock away on the jungler from the Poppy of Hang. Still the fight commencing. They've picked up 2 of the 3 grubs. Public execution onto the Scion. Gonna get knocked up by that Pop Blossom after. Shield comes on through with the Soul Furnace and will just die. Kill over to XQW's Azir. Sassy will Drake down step with a lacerate and a cutting swipe. Get out to safety. Nayo now looking at Linfong. Slow comes on through into the Vault Breaker. Relentless forward. The denting blows causing a lot of damage. There's nowhere really for Linfong to go. Trying to try and denote this kill over to the Azir. And a nice pick up there as SQW forced back at the beginning of Moam in a spot of bother. There comes the Blooming Burst. Sion gonna ult, looking to go on in, and hang on, that's a big kill onto that Caitlyn, down for the count. No need for the Sion ult, but they do pick off the Caitlyn before the dragon can begin, and OMG will take that as a big win here. That could have been really significant. So how on earth does Xiaoya get caught there? Tragic moment. Corki picking it up as well, basically. Into the combo. Cocoon lands. Goodbye, Caitlyn. And everywhere. There's the turret down. Turn around. Fight comes on through and Poppy just dies. Oh boy, Linfong's in danger. The teleporting from area. I don't think he's going to enjoy that very much. Nayo just about alive. They get into the Herald. It dies as a result of the decimating smash. Moam is once again dead. And the game's looking pretty tricky. For the side of Epamiondas? Epamiondas, there you go. And Curly's like, lol. The correct response. I didn't want to see JDG anyway. I do. I want to see JDG. Violence continues. Linfeng off to one side. A knock away. Hang. Flashes to get onto Xiaoyu, stays alive. The Pop Blossom is good, actually, from YCX. Backside, Sassy gets a couple as well. Nice Ambassador angle. The ace in the hole comes on down. Linfeng trying to ult away, but the cease and desist onto Starry means he is turning into a supernova. Exploded by Xiaoyu and the rest of the crew. Harry and Linfeng to win the game. I should never have gambled in one trusted OMG to give us a 2-game series. Sorry, Mecha. Dragon secured. Fight now commences, but it's YCX's clone that was hit. Xiaoye will still have the ability to 90 caliber net over the wall if they need to. Sassy now looking for an angle. Going to start lacerating forwards. Hang in danger. Tries to keep that Ambassador away and can't do it. The heroic charge means nothing. Starry tries to get one with him, but fails to do so. The rest of the team die. Another triple kill to Sassy. 2 fights in a row. There's a wave prepped in the bot side. That turret will not be long for the living, you have to imagine. Are we thinking Atakan after? Are we thinking mid lane? One of the two. This game is looking all but over. Sassy alone is such a monster right now. Never mind XQW. Never mind Xiaoye actually cashed in that call a little while ago. Nayo also going to help take this ruinous Atakan alongside his mid lane on XQW and get a lot of value down. There we go. Gonna try and pick up some of these feathers. Hang. I don't think we're gonna take all that many flowers. We'll get one. They get a single flower. People trying to pounce on a head. It's always been a good item on Caitlyn. Works very well with the headshot. Hang in danger. Gets jumped. Sorry, not Hang in danger. It's Nayo in danger. Now turns it around as overcomes his top laner, trying to keep him alive. Fails to do so. Starry now getting out to safety. Moam also with a repel. Gets out to safety. LICX looking for an angle. Doesn't have flash, but can still look to Pop Blossom. Sassy gets charged into the wall. The decimating smash alongside the charm means that Ambessa, even with all the Omnivap, will fall. LGD once again overplayed, trying to save a member. Hang in danger though, will surely burn out. YCX gets another, and OMG got 2, but can't keep everyone else alive as Harry stepping on forwards. Is still a zombie. Pre-angle isn't fantastic, and now Heng has what happened to Nayo happened to him, except there is no potion. And so Poppy just sits there and dies. Back over towards the turret we go. And they'll place a Sun Disc in. And look to siege on in. Here's the replay in the picture-in-picture. I'm assuming it's just, yep, walk into a bush, found him out. Xiaoye just says, yeah, you've walked on a trap. Enjoy your payment. In pain. In game 3. It should have been game over anyway, series over anyway, because LGD should have won the last game. And they didn't. There we go, damage onto Starry. Nayo's gone very deep to do it though, and now is actually very alone here. And the rest of the team's not going to come and defend him. Gets a decent blast shield. Trying to buy some time. The Sundered Sky healing not enough, but they've chased for a very long time to get on top of that. They also lose Corki though. Azir gets killed off by Linfeng, but the problem is Sassy's head has run over people. That'll be a dead Poppy. Again, it's not clean, but the damage is done. They get aced. Nayo buys enough time for the rest of his team to finish off what he started by diving under the turret. The flash barrier was enough to make Starry go a long, long way and separate Nayo out somewhat. But that will still be, you've got to imagine, the end of the game, right? Between Atakan buffing up full grub, please just run up the Nexus towers. No, don't leave. No. Inhibitor down. Baron secured. Linfeng looking for a charm, but a cleanse flash away keeps Xiaoye alive. And they can keep playing. Hun gets a charge into the wall. That's pretty significant. XQW gets to go gold. Linfeng also goes gold. But the Pop Blossom timing is excellent from YCX. Heng gets out of the base gate. Will stay alive for now, but it's a triple kill already to Xiaoye, who will continue hunting for some more. They've lost 3. Their jungle and top lane has survived, but that is none of the wave cleared. Not into Baron. And of course, it was the zombie, so even he doesn't die. That's 3 times I've been called out by that this game. Golden goes YCX. Nexus falls. And we're going to game 3. That's kind of wild. Linfong looking for an angle. Gets the double knock up into the ult. Self does it. In comes the Buster Shot. Trying to trade this one back around. Overcomes Alistair as well. Has to flash away. Flashing now on forwards. Gets another Q3 knock up. Can't quite get the damage. As Hung just didn't find a way in. Despite Linfong doing all his own. The lullaby, possibly. Linfong looking for an all-in. Won't press R on that one. But the rocket jump is now down. And Heng is here. XQW needs to be wary. No Buster Shot. Has flash. Q3 goes wild. There's the last breath. And Tristana is eviscerated. Kill picked up by Heng. Linfong steps on forward. Alright. Heng throwing down the R. In comes OMG. Linfong on the side. Has ult in 3 seconds. Can look for an angle. Doesn't have a knock-up as yet. Looking for it now. Where's the knock-up? There it is. Onto the backside. Shaya's deleted by the last breath. That's the combo they're looking for. Linfong gets to look for more. Flash to secure it with the Beyblade. Gets on forwards. There goes a flash on forward for Nayo. KO's off one more. Lilting Lullaby. Onto 4. Wonderful stuff from the jungler. But Sassy's still alive. Linfong looking to try back out XQW. Gets another hop because he got the kill with the bomb. Another knock-up. Stale Tempest comes on through shield from that turtle stab. But Linfong still trading. Not enough. Sassy burns him low. Wingborne Storm is there despite the combo. XQW survives. And Nayo's glorious 4. Lilting Lullaby's down. Linfong's in a 1v3. And I don't think he's got anywhere really to go. Nope. He's looking at... Especially Yasuo's critical strikes ignore 60% armor. However, there's just a lot of easier picks to play. And there's a lot less comp dependent. That said, Linfong 4 melees for Lilia always feels good. ICX gets jumped on. Linfong going to slide away. Sweeping blade into the ult, onto the backline. Nice combo. Looking to try and blow someone up. In comes the native scratch, trying to get a kill down onto Xiaoya. Can't quite do it. YCX also desperately low. Pick that one up. Renekton gets it with the Cull the Meek. Harry stepping on forward with that Dominus running. Linfong alive. And they back away. Looking to go on forwards now. Sassy, Wingborne Storm. Try to knock up Xiaoya. Does so. Forced to flash away as he was looking for that bullet up. And the backside goes Harry, looking for that ruthless predator to blow up XQW. They've killed off the Tristana. Xiaoya now in danger. The knocker comes on through again. Harry with a big heal. No, I'm trying to get away. Now you're looking for that kill. Lands another blooming blow. It's a triple kill to this Lilia, who is doing wonderful work. Gets a quadra. Oh my god, it's just a straight penta. And OMG think we can play this, right? They burned a lot to make this happen. And they look to try and trade this. The bullet time is interrupted by Moam going in. Has to flash away. Watch Linfong. They've got some plays in the mid lane. They're getting kills. They're getting the turret. That's good news. The Lilting Lullabies. They'll get the dragon as well. And I think LGD at this point, surely you win, right? 80% win chance from here. Oh my god. This Lilia. Maybe the Chains of Corruption onto Nayo, but still can go golden. It's pretty damn tanky, and you've thrown it all out to get not that much. The bullet time, not fantastic. Y6 just has to burn out. Linfong going to potentially get slowed down. Doesn't get that much value. Sassy flashing on forward. The Wingborne Storm on. Can look to charge on forward. We'll have an Iron Mantle and that Blazing Stampede to buy some time. Linfong into the backside dies. The ult looked fun, but it's not enough to keep anyone down. XQW rocket jumps forwards and gets another kill. Jungler down. Atakan to stop the fight going in the way of LGD. Starry gets a mid-tier 1. That is the consolation prize, but Ruinous Atakan plus a tier 1 top, plus the fight, plus all these blood petals. Oh boy. She's gonna have. This is going to be tough. Long fights were already looking bad for OMG. I think they got untenable after that. minute until that dragon. Okay, YCX gets interrupted. Mom looking for an engage. They find the chains of corruption to the last breath onto XQW, who dies. Big moment. Member dead. Can they get anything more here? Baron's up. Can they turn off on one side? Moan looking for that angle. There'll be set up in the river. Moan looking for a good angle in. Doesn't have flash. Does have quickness in 5 seconds. Looking for the engage. 3-man knockup for the side of LGD. Dragon secured by Heng. It's a big moment. Bullet times on Fantasy. SUW in the pit. Gets taken out by the arrow. Sassy's in danger. Shoosh damage back as they manage to pick up Sun. Lily is still trying to play this one out by Nayo, but goes golden for a second or two. Linfong with the shields. Flash away from Nayo. Shayo trying to stay alive. Misses the swell seed. HP bar's desperately low on both sides. Nayo can look to blooming blows people down. They don't know where people are in the tri-brush. Moam doesn't find the grand entrance. The double up, comes on. And they'll be going double time some more. The swell seed lands onto Lin Fong. He's burning out, tries to get a heal, misses the Q3. And that'll be a blooming blows that brings him down. Nayo in these extended plays is a king. Should be theirs. No real way to come and contest it without a flash. Heng being kept out of the pit. Baron now secure. What about the fight after? The Chains of Corruption. Jumped away from by XQW. Moam to the backside is delaying some of that reset. It's a good bullet time angle. We'll get a lot of damage down. Nayo just some damage into the backside. Go Lung Fong and OMG. They do get a couple back, but the rest of the fight's still tricky. The individual burst is all right. But the extended plays, the misfortune, the Lily is still terrifying. Lin Fong survives. The rest of the team does not. And this Yasuo is trying. Through, and Yasuo getting back would get him an Infinity Edge. He wasn't able to reset normally. So I had to walk back to base. This will be a buy on the Infinity Edge, you imagine, the moment he touches Fountain. There it is. Inhibitor down, though. Double AD carries. Now onto the second inhibitor turret. Ult available for Linfong. They won't be able to stick around for that inhibitor itself. Away from the Chains of Corruption. He wants to do as much damage as he might have wanted to, but did survive. It's a good Chains of Corruption. The problem is, even if you kill the Lily, you've still got to deal with these double-fed AD carries. Bullet time comes on through, is interrupted. Linfong will try and blow him up. Does so. Does a lot of damage. Now, YCX in danger. About to fall as well. LGD going to give up multiple members. Lilting Lullaby comes on down. YCX still likely to fall. Here comes the rest of the squad, though. LGD looking to defend. Linfong gets popped by an O-crit from Tristana. Buster shot away from Harry. Hung trying to buy some time. Rocket jumping away. Moan can't find the knockup. As Nayo, untouched, will get you a blooming blow and watch out. Eepa's way through a team fight. How many more swell seeds does he have? Lands another. The burn comes on through. GA is popped by Harry as he's going to surely die. Flashed away from Hang with the phase rush running. Nayo alone against 3 and Starry gets another. They fail the tower dive and LGD lose everyone, but XQW teleported away to get another inhibitor. So they still end up getting some structural damage, but the Baron is thwarted somewhat. Neither is Nayo for that platter. Baron's not going to try and steal with the Q. So this will be Ocean Soul. Which you already said would be problematic. Yasuo has gone towards a mortal reminder. 4.5 for Starry, who is now at 8 and 4. His Poke Farris now legitimately can deal with people. Knock up. Linfong follows the rocket jump, trying to get the kill. Swell Seed is, Lilting Lullaby is blocked by the wind wall. They kill off the Yasuo, though, who couldn't finish the job. Starry can't survive either. And Yasuo tried to pull a miracle play out. And it's just not enough. The heroics, the Herculean effort isn't there. This deer at 11, 3, and 13 pentakill early into the game will ensure that LGD close out the series 3-0. Let's be real, that first game should have been theirs as well.